In this video, I'm going to explain like 3 big do's and 3 big don'ts of moving to Thailand. Here we go. 20 seconds in Thailand, Thailand Rob. So you've decided to move to Thailand, huh? Welcome aboard. 20 seconds in Thailand, Thailand Rob. If you're new to this channel, I live in Thailand and I've been there for 10 years and I know a thing or two about I just met someone the other day. Hey, Frank. I just met someone the other day that it's moving to Thailand, moving to Hua Hin. And being the first time he's going to live in Thailand, he had been to Thailand, he's traveled over there before, which I highly recommend, travel before moving. But if you're planning on moving to Thailand first, please travel there first, because there's a lot of different things that are not just warm and fuzzy and you can't smell it through this video. And what I mean by that is, yes, Thailand has a very, very distinct smell to it, especially in the city, because a lot of the street food, the oils and all the cookings and the drippings go onto the street and down into the waterways, and it has a funky smell to it. It really does. And for some people, that's a big turnoff. If you're on the beach, it's pretty much okay because you've got the wind from the beach coming in all the time. But if you're in the city, woo! And those of you that have seen many of the buses that drive around, they're not the most modern. Most of them, there's diesel fuel, smoke, gas, cars, people, motorcycles, motorbikes, loud motorbikes, quiet motorbikes, loud buses, pickup trucks, dump trucks. You would not believe how fast the cement mixers and the garbage trucks drive at. Don't get or any of the big trucks. They just have like a 4th gear and they just go. Sorry, sidetrack. Squirrel. If you're coming to Thailand to move, if you're going to move to Thailand and you don't have any friends per se in Thailand, if you don't have someone like I did, and when I moved there 10 years ago, it was so crazy that I just went there and didn't have anyone that I knew there. I had one person that was told by her mom to pick me up from the airport just to get me to a hotel, and that was the only tip and that I got from day one. Nothing else. So everything I learned from 10 years ago, YouTube, there wasn't a whole lot of channels. There was about 3 channels on YouTube about living in Thailand. So the big three and the no 3. The big 3 that I want to say is, if you don't have a friend over there or a guide, you can start with a guide. If you can find a professional tour guide over there and book them for like once a week or twice a week, and just to get the lay of the land of the area that you're visiting, whether it be Bangkok, Hua Hin, Phuket, Chiang Mai, there's always somebody that will show you around. Usually a professional Thai. I've seen a lot of Thai women do it, but I've seen Thai men do it as well. They'll get you on the BTS and anyway, they'll show you around. That's step number 1. Step number 2, join a Facebook group or meet up with someone like me, or become Patreon and just ask me. Become a member or a Patreon and just say, Rob, can you help me out? I will. I really will. I mean, there's so many different ways to get someone that's lived over there to help you out for just a couple of beers or hanging out, or a $5 a month membership on Patreon. I mean, I'll help you. I'll sign up now. I'll call you, whatever. Actually, I do more video chats than I do phone calls. Just again, squirrel. The other thing that I do for people is, and most of the time I do, know someone that lives somewhere that has been a friend of mine for years, I will introduce them via email or Facebook, and then they have a go-to person. Example would be, my friend that I just met the other day is going to Hua Hin. So I asked my friend that lives in Hua Hin, do you have cars that come from the airport, taxis that you prefer, so as not to get I'm not going to say ripped off, but you can get a very expensive taxi from an airport, or you can get a very cheap bus, or you can go right in the middle and get a decently priced taxi cab that people trust. Always good to know someone on the other side of the water, of the pond, as we say here in North Carolina. It's always good to know someone over on the other side of the pond to get the lay of the land before you get there and get some advice. Now, let's go into, I think that was 3. Was that 3? No, we need one more positive. I guess one of the third things I would say is, when you end up in the destination where you start, you've flown to Thailand and you've landed and you're there. Now, what I recommend to do, and I'm not including bars on this one, find a local restaurant that you like, and find the restaurant that you feel like they really know what they're doing, and you can start asking them questions. Small questions like, where do I rent a motorbike? Where do I rent it? Where can I buy a car? Thai people are always willing to help. The only thing you need to be careful about that is sometimes they might think they're helping you in the way that you want, but you might want something different. An example would be if you ask a Thai woman works at a restaurant, where's a good place to rent a house? She has no idea what kind of house that you're talking about. She might tell you there's a place over here and there's a place over there, and one could cost you $300 US dollars a month, and the other one could cost you 3,000. I mean, so I would go to the same restaurant or several restaurants and get to know people and start to get advice from different people, and you'll figure out who you can trust and get along with the most, and how much English or whatever language you speak. Typically Thai people speak a little bit of English because that's what they're taught in school. They don't some don't retain it, some do. Just depends on the location of what they're doing. If they're in the farms up north, they're not going to retain a lot of English. If they're working in tourist areas, they're going to be able to talk your ear off and ask you, where you from, where you been, what's your name, how long you been here, you got a wife, got a girlfriend, how long you stay, do you have any money? The 3 negative things don't do. 1, don't listen to the person that bellies up to you next to a bar or restaurant and knows everything, and they tell you that they know everything. You should go here and you should go there and you should do this. If you ask them and they give you an answer, cool. But if they just start telling you, hey, I know everything about Thailand. Even I don't do that. Well, I don't know everything about Thailand, but I'll tell you, I don't know everything about Thailand. I don't know much no, I won't tell you that. But if you ask me, say what I do know, and I tell you how not to get ripped off, how to get ripped off, I can tell you all that. But I don't just walk up to you and you tell me that, oh, I'm moving to Thailand, and go, well, let me tell you about what you should do. I never do that. I never tell people what they should do without being asked, without catch me outside. How about that? Number 2, don't always trust a taxi cab driver to give you the best advice, or a tuk-tuk driver. They work off of commissions. A lot of people in Thailand work off of commissions and or help get their family paid by referring people to other places. You want to buy a car? Okay, well, I'm going to send you to my brother-in-law. You need a carpenter? Well, I'm going to refer my brother-in-law. So even though it's good to get references, you should really cross-check references with other people that have had the same experience that you're looking for. If you want to find a good taxi driver, just ask someone that's lived there a while, who do they recommend, and ask someone else. Or if you meet a really, really good friend and you trust them, you know, like I have a friend that owns a restaurant / bar in Kamala, and she has a car, and if need be, if I need to go into Phuket town, like a far distance, and she's got the day off, which she never has she has the day off, she doesn't have the evening off. For lunch, she'll pick me up, take me into Phuket town. We can go to the post office or get the job done, whatever need be. Then go to lunch, I pay for lunch, and she brings me back. That's a whole lot cheaper than a taxi in Phuket. Trust me, if you don't know the lay of the land, taxis are cheap up north, and they're very expensive in Phuket. Very expensive. And I guess one of the last things that I would touch on would don't trust every Thai woman that comes up to you giving you advice. Some do have agendas, and it's not common a lot to find a bad one to give you advice, but they could be planting a seed for their own agenda, which is either to get with you or take advantage of your newness over there, which is why they usually start with the 5 questions. What's your name? Where are you from? How long you here? Where are you staying? And do you have a girlfriend? The 5 big questions. That's what I should name the video. It's the 5 big questions, but I'm not going to name it that. Or am I going to name it that? I don't know. Anyway, if you need any help, you need any advice, please become a member, become a Patreon. It's really cheap. Guys, I will let you go, and I will talk to you in the next one. Have a good one, and if you're planning to move over there, get you some friends over there, make some phone calls, and make sure you're taken care of. Don't get taken advantage of. That's all I gotta say about this one. See you later. Bye.
Can you take this asshole back to America, please?
Goody goody. Don't forget that.